is the interview you saw first on 7. The father of 2 of Michelle Blair's children breaking his silence.
Blair is the mother whose 2 children were found dead in her freezer. 7 Action News investigator Ross Jones has more tonight from our newsroom. Ross?
Joanne, Dave, good evening. Alexander Dorsey spoke first to Channel 7's Kim Russell. The state says he is partly to blame for the murder of his daughter, Stoney, who he admits he hadn't seen for the last 2 years. But Dorsey insists tonight he couldn't have prevented her death.
Hurt in my ass. She was never there. And she's sitting right there. She's sitting right there.
Speaking for the first time since his daughter was found dead in a Detroit freezer, Alexander Dorsey is fending off criticism that he abandoned the 2 children he had with Michelle Blair.
What do you want to say to that?
Nothing. The F one. Nothing. They want to follow me around taking them food. They want to follow me around taking them money. They want to follow me around taking them nothing.
In a 25-minute interview, Dorsey spent much of it crying into his mother's shirt, his emotions teetering between anguish
It's my fault. It's all my fault.
and anger.
We ain't want our fault. We can't go in there because we go in there. Them gonna tell us not to go in there because we get locked up.
But Dorsey's pain has not swayed the state, who says he failed to protect his 2 children, Gabrielle and Stoney, from their mother, who is charged with torturing and abusing both and is a person of interest in Stoney's death. The state says Dorsey owes $39,000 in back child support. His mother said he paid as much as he could, but when he lost his job, he couldn't afford to. She says when Dorsey tried to visit his children, Michelle always had an excuse.
Much as he tried, much as we tried, there was always somebody.
What did I do wrong? What did I do so bad for to kill my baby?
Dorsey said he needed to stop the interview for a few minutes, then came back moments later composed. He said even when Child Protective Services received complaints about his children's well-being, Michelle still retained custody.
They ain't care, period. So they gave right back to her.
And regardless of what the state or general public may say, Dorsey insists he did all he could to protect his children, and so did Stephen Barry. He is the father of Michelle Blair's 2 other children, Stephen and Matthew. Matthew is still alive. Stephen, the state says, was bludgeoned to death.
Neither father did nothing wrong. All we did was leave her. We didn't leave our children.
Really?
We never left our children. Never.
Michelle Blair has not been charged with the murder of either of her children. She remains in police custody tonight on $1 million bond. From the newsroom, I'm Ross Jones, 7 Action News.
Ross, thank you. New